I'm pretty sure you have to be invited. Unless I don't know if there's like private or.
But somebody asked me if I was in it, and they thought I was in it.
Can I see? Alright, y'all. I think we might be live, but this is super last minute, so I'm running a little bit behind. We'll see if it pops up. See if I made any mistakes for trying to move too quickly. Nope, looks like we're good to go. Let's adjust this up a little bit. I can move it back down. Let's move this over, and then alright. I think we're good to go. Oh, let me change this. Chat. Yeah, I think we're good. I should probably plug in my phone. I don't know if I need it, but just in case. What are you doing, Charles? Hey Google, shut off the bedroom lights.
Okay, turning off the TV light.
Were you there the other night when I affected Talisha's Google?
Yes.
Alright, I think we're good to go. Loving squirrels. So, this is the final part 4, the Bloomburrow pre-con unboxings. This is arguably the most desirable one. Again, I don't know if it's the card value or if it's really just because people love squirrels. Brayden says it's just because people love squirrels. And since we've already looked through all the other decks, I really think that this might not necessarily be the most powerful one. Let me turn that off. But yeah, look at Hazel there. So, the tagline on this one is "Squirrels just want to have fun." That's amazing. Battle your friends with powerful creatures and spectacular spells in Commander, Magic's most popular multiplayer format. Be prepared for anything when you're stocked up on tokens with Hazel of the Root Bloom. Spend all your hoarded tokens on mana and clean house with a surprise horde of terrifying spells. And we got Hazel of the Root Bloom. Hazel leads a shadowy faction of nature worshippers and will go to any length to preserve balance for her community. Sorry, I can't read. And then let's see what the funny little tagline is under the box. Sorry about that.
Hey, Crack.
Hey, Elsa.
What are Rich Squirrel's favorite nuts?
What?
Cashews.
Oh, this deck is... You're only getting a slow reveal. This deck is nuts. Hilarious. I'm keeping all of my little booklets because I think that's fun, and I'm gonna figure out something to do with those. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Just throw my trash on the floor for now. Alright, look at the deck box really quick. Nothing special. It's got the other symbol on it, whatever this is. Again, I don't understand the distinction because Bumble Flowers was so perfect for her, and then the rest of them I don't understand. Charlie's also going crazy right now with his little tube, which is, I realized, full of catnip. So he's fully tweaking right now. He also went crazy and attacked me earlier. So put that box to the side. And then let's look through our fun little collector booster pack. And as always, we're going to have a bonus pack at the end. So let's see what we got. Also, as always, if you can figure out what I'm watching in the background,
Can't guess this time.
yes, you can't guess, Elsa, because you put it on, and how it is relevant to what we're doing today. So, boom, boom. Is that a type of squirrel? I think it is. It's not Hazel. Oh yeah, it's the same type of squirrel that Hazel is. Oh, look at this guy! Look at this guy! So we got a little alt art. I think these are called showcase cards, if I'm not mistaken. With a little raccoon guy on there, which is super fun. Keen-eyed curator. I really, really like this. He's magicking the trash. Ta-da.
Raccoon!
Yep. Raccoon. Elsa loves raccoons. So Keen-eyed Curator is a 2-drop. They are and actually now that we've got the box open, I can pull this down. Keen-eyed Curator. Yeah, raccoon! So we now know that there's raccoon emojis. I think I already knew that because when I did the unboxing of the raccoon deck, I did raccoon emojis. This is not straight, level, whatever you want to call it. There we go. Oh, we saw what was behind it. I didn't. You did. Keen-eyed Curator is a 2-drop. It's a creature. It's a raccoon scout. It has, as long as there are 4 or more card types among cards exiled with Keen-eyed Curator, it gets +4/+4 and has trample. Spend 1, exile target card from her graveyard. Oh, that's cool. Raccoon folks scoured the wreckage, hoping to reunite heirlooms with their owners. Tales from downstream. And then Oak Hollow Village. This is really a pretty card. They might remind me of little hobbit holes. It's a land. It has tap to add waste mana, tap to add a green, spend this mana only to cast a creature spell. Spend a green, tap it, put a +1/+1 counter on each frog, rabbit, raccoon, or squirrel you control that entered the battlefield this turn. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty good ability for an uncommon land. Not too expensive either. Very cool. I'm actually going to sleeve up Keen-eyed Curator because I like it. I don't think it's a valuable card, but I like it. And that's all that matters. Boop-a-doo. Keen-eyed Curator. Charles! It's funny that he goes from, like, psycho to just sitting with his paws like a distinguished gentleman.
I like that he does, like, the like, dinosaur autistic
Yeah.
wrist. Yeah.
He's got his paws tucked in. I'll have to sleeve up this deck. I still think, again, we will see how this goes, but I still think the Stork deck might be the most powerful, but we will see. Alright, got that out of the way. And now, oh, look at Hazel. Look at Hazel. Got her counters right there. Where's the booklet? Oh, it's right here. So again, like I said, I want to figure out something to do with these. What's up, Jordan? Magic, magic, magic. Oh, that is such a cool picture. Look at her and all of her glory. There's like, I think these are mushroom or something. Those are mushrooms? No, those are bones. This is so cool.
What are the things next to the box? Those mushrooms?
That's what I was thinking. They might be a type of flower,
Like
though.
onions.
Oh, maybe. Like shallot. That you were supposed to guess what I was watching, so yes, Tim, you just guessed it correctly. But also, how is it relevant to what we're watching tonight? And it is Ice Age 1. So Tim guessed what we're watching, and why is it relevant to what we're doing tonight. I really love this picture. I think this is great. Here, I'll get a nice full picture of it. It's very, very cool. Alright, so Hazel of the Root Boom playing this deck. Squirrels just want to have fun. That's so good. Stockpile a stack of snacks and squirrels with Hazel the Root Bloom. With Hazel's ability to use all of your assorted tokens to add mana, you can cast more and bigger spells to stay ahead of the competition. This deck features a handful of squirrel synergies to turn those little rodents into fearsome force. Harvest some wins by creating copies of whatever kind of token best suits your strategy. Oh, what's up, Chris? Thank you for hanging out. That is a good question. So, Tim, you guessed what we're watching and also why we're watching it. I don't know. Elsa, do you know the name of the squirrel?
Oh my god. I forget.
Hey Google, shut off the kitchen lights.
Scrat.
What is it?
Scrat, I think. Scrat, or... And then the girl one was...
Tim guessed... Tim guessed Scritch.
It's Scrat. I'm pretty
Scrat.
sure.
Oh, okay. Tim says Scrat, maybe. You would think, Chris, that it is random, but squirrels, and I was just talking about this, this is the most expensive deck. I got it for $35 because I got it in a bundle, but it actually goes for about $80, which is kind of crazy, because Commander decks go for like $50, $60. But the reason being is because squirrels are wildly popular in Magic. I believe it's part of the reason is, like, people find it funny to think about a bunch of squirrels taking out, like, a giant eldritch horror. And no, yeah, Elsa is correct. It is not all squirrels, so it's not technically a tribal deck. There will be a lot of squirrels in it. There will be a lot of squirrels in it. Sorry, tribal, not tribal, kindred. Kindred is the new term that Magic uses. But you can, there are, I think, enough squirrels to make a squirrel kindred deck. So. Charlie, don't knock that over. Alright. So. So, Hazel of the Root Bloom, the Cashmaster's Hazel. Cashmaster Hazel's name is one spoken only in whisper amongst the populace of Bloomburrow. A threat to lord over the heads of misbehaving children, she is the enigmatic leader of the Belladonna, a resistance faction both vicious and covert in their bid to reclaim the world for nature. Once a mere cash worker for a humble farming commune, Hazel grew enraged by her community's unsustainable practices and mistreatment of nature and swore to change them. She gained infamy through rousing speeches and powerful druidic message, eventually seizing control of her commune after its old leader mysteriously passed. Though the cause of death is yet unknown, some say it looked frighteningly similar to nightshade poisoning. Ooh, she evil. Was he going after it?
Of course he was.
I can't have it on the table.
I don't want it on the table either. You do your thing.
Okay. Tim, mysterious, quote unquote. Hazel is seldom seen nowadays, preferring to cloak herself in a shroud of mystique. When she does emerge, extraordinary feats of magic are sure to follow. She still closely monitors the food caches of her commune, her magic springing forth a feast of bounty. A feast bounty with little concern for those in its way. She even once bridled the calamity beasts of spring and used its extraordinary magic to entomb an entire village under a grove of berry bushes as tall as the trees. Haughty and stern, Hazel is known for her hair-trigger temper and cold-burning anger. But those who know her well say she's a secret softie, not to mention a fantastic boss. Ba-ba-da. Very, very cool. Alright, and with that, let's get not over there.
Is this too loud?
Yeah, no, but not over there.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, Jordan. We've got a toy to occupy Charlie right now, so let us know if it's too loud. If you can't hear me. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Look at this. It's the same picture from the photo. Maybe all of them are, and I'm just not noticing that the card art is usually the art on the sort of fold-out poster. But this thing is sick. It looks gorgeous in full foil treatment. Hazel of the Root Bloom is a 4-drop. It's a legendary creature, Squirrel Druid. It has tap, pay 2 life, tap X untapped tokens you control. Add X mana and any combination of colors. Excuse me. At the beginning of your end step, wait, let me see that again. Pay 2 life, tap X untapped tokens you control, add X mana of any combination of. Wow, that's really powerful. At the beginning of your end step, create a token that's a copy of target token you control. If that token is a squirrel, instead create 2 tokens that are copies of it. May all your caches be full, including your Johnnies. The Odd Acorn. This is great. The Odd Acorn Gang. I hope this is coming through. There's like a weird glare. I think I need to turn this down. There we go. I think that looks better. The Odd Acorn Gang is a 5-drop. It's a legendary creature, Squirrel Warrior. Has Menace, Trample, and Reach. Damn, that's a lot. Squirrels you control have tap. Target squirrel gets +2/+2 and gains trample until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. That's cool. Squirrels buffing other squirrels. Look at these, like, guy with the spiky tail. That's crazy. Whenever one or more squirrels you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. Ooh, I gotta keep these separated. Oh, and here we got Garruk, Cursed Huntsman, I'm assuming that says. Garruk is a 6-drop. It's a legendary creature, planeswalker. It's 0 ability. Create 2... So I'm assuming you could just do that without going up or down, which is interesting. So once a turn, you can just use that ability. Create 2 2/2 black and green wolf creature tokens. With when this creature dies, put a loyalty counter on each Garruk you control. Its -3 ability is destroy a target creature, draw a card. Its -6 ability is you get an emblem with creatures you control, get +3/+3, and have trample. That's not bad. Not bad. And I just found out today that Doubling Season does affect counters on Planeswalkers, so there is a small chance. I'm getting a Commander Masters pack from the... Oh my god, I love all the squirrel stories going on right now. Keep it going. I think that's what this entire chat should be. The stream should just be terrifying stories or terrible stories of things that happen to you because of squirrels.
Hold on. Ow.
I know. That's like a total bird thing, but Tim spends enough time in nature that it does not surprise me. Chittering Witch is a 4-drop. It's a creature. It's a human warlock. When Chittering Witch enters, create a number of 1/1 black rat creature tokens equal to the number of opponents you have. Spend 2, sacrifice a creature. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. That's an interesting card. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know about the second ability, but first ability is very cool. Oh my god, look at this! What is a frugivore? Is that a fruit? Like a carnivore, herbivore, and what's a frugivore? Something that eats fruit?
I'm a frugivore. My kids are frugivores.
Insatiable frugivore is a 4-drop. That's a great word. I have to look it up. I'm gonna go with it eats fruits, but frugivore.
Or it's frugal. It survives off of frugalness.
Nope. A frugivore is an animal that thrives mostly on raw fruits or succulent fruit-like produce of plants such as roots, shoots, nuts, and seeds. Very cool. Fruits, roots, and toots. It's a creature. It's a rat berserker. I love that. I love little things being berserkers. When insatiable frugivore enters, create a food token. Then you may exile 3 cards from your graveyard. If you do, repeat this process. So I'm assuming this deck creates food tokens. Spend 4, sacrifice X foods. Creatures you control get +X/+0 and gain menace until end of turn. That's great. That's great. I like seeing fruit used other than just life gain. Oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Moonstone Eulogist, excuse me. He's a Googleizer.
You're a Googleizer.
You know what that's from?
Googleizer?
Yeah.
No.
It's Zoolander.
Oh, yes.
You thought that I didn't know what a Googly was? Moonstone Eulogist is a 5-drop. It's a creature. It's a bat warlock. It has flying, and whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, you create a blood token. What's a blood token? It's an artifact to spend 1, discard a card, sacrifice this artifact, draw a card. Interesting. Whenever you sacrifice an artifact, put a +1/+1 counter on Moonstone Eulogist, and you gain 1 life.
Hey, where's that electronic mouse thing?
I don't know. He doesn't really care about it.
If you put it in here, it's contained and he has to try to catch it through the hole.
Oh, maybe. It might be on top. It's either on this table or it might be on top of my dresser. You can try it.
I think it's worth trying.
It's fruit blood. That is very cool. Correct. So we got Swarmyard Massacre as a 5-drop. It's a sorcery. Create 2 1/1 green squirrel creature tokens. Then each creature that isn't an insect, rat, spider, or squirrel gets -1/-1 until end of turn. For each creature you control that's an insect, rat, spider, or squirrel. This scene is super, super cool. I really like what's going on here. Are you sure? Oh yeah, that red light, I guess. I really like what's going on in this scene.
Got very interested, so we gotta try that.
Go plug it in underneath my TV. Life and death are a cycle, and it is I who keeps it spinning. Ooh, Hazel's Brewmaster. Hazel's Brewmaster is a 4-drop. It's a creature. It's a squirrel warlock. It has Menace. Whenever Hazel's Brewmaster enters or attacks, exile up to one target card from a graveyard and create a food token. Foods you control have all activated abilities of all creature cards exiles with Hazel's Brewmaster. That's crazy. Also, look like her skeleton, like, on her tail. The dress of these creatures is so cool. I feel like that's what really, really makes them very, very cool. What the frick is this? Elsa, I think this is a, I think this is a thing. Wendigo.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
totally a Wendigo.
He does, in fact, look like Wendigo.
Woe Strider is a 3-drop.
It looks a lot like those ones from that movie we watched at Joe's house.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Weren't those fairy folk or something?
I think they were fae, but they were shapeshifters.
Okay. Creature, Horror. When Woe Strider enters, create a 0/1 white goat creature token. Sacrifice another creature, scry 1. Escape. Spend 5, exile 4 other cards from your graveyard. Woe Strider escapes with 2+1/+1 counters on it. Damn, that's a really, really cool card. Might have to go into my horror deck.
Yeah, looks sick.
Not Mirror Mask, but that is a good callback, Tim. Elsa, have you ever seen Mirror Mask?
I don't think so.
No. It's really good.
Do you want me to put it on the list?
Yes, please. Saw in Half. 3-drop, instant, destroy target creature. If that creature dies this way, its controller creates 2 tokens that are copies of that creature, except their power is half that creature's power and their toughness is half that creature's toughness. Round up each time.
That's annoying the shit out of you, please let me know.
As long as people can't hear it. So again, comments, let me know if you can hear the noise. Ogre Slumlord is a 5-drop. It's a creature. It's an Ogre Rogue. That's a fun collection of words to say. Ogre Rogue, Ogre Rogue. Whenever another non-token creature dies, you may create a 1/1 black rat creature token. Rats you control have Death Touch. His tenement is filled with the most vile, disgusting vermin. It's infested with rats, too. Decree of Pain is a 8-drop. Destroy all creatures. They can't be regenerated. Draw a card for each creature destroyed this way. It has cycling for 5, and when when you cycle Decree of Pain, all creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. Oh, look at this. Gourmand's Talent. This is great. Gourmand's Talent is a 1-drop. During your turn, artifacts you control are foods in addition to their other types, and have spend 2, sacrifice this artifact, you gain 3 life. Oh, that's just saying what has a food does. Wait. Are foods in addition to... Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just saying what a food does. If you spend 3, whenever you gain life for the first time each turn, create a 3/3 green raccoon creature token. Very cool. Spend 4.
Just get tons of raccoons?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Whenever you gain life for the first time each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Thank you.
I have to get back into the chat.
Is it that time?
It is 12:05. I missed it by 5 minutes. I'm mad about it. I was too busy with the cat.
That is not too busy. Rootcast Apprenticeship is a 4-drop. I do, Shaman Jot, I do have a spare. At the end of the stream, I will, I'm just gonna grab them. I will, reveal a few. They're somewhere around here. Or I will reveal one at the end of the stream. Wherever it is. It's somewhere. I will find it. But yes. Thank you, Elsa. Rootcast Apprenticeship is a 4-drop. It's a sorcery. It has choose 3. You may choose the same mode more than once. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature. Create a token that's a copy of target token you control. Target player creates a 1/1 green squirrel creature token, or target opponent sacrifices a non-token artifact. Oh, look at these.
Oh, cool.
Endray's Forerunners is an 8-drop. It's a creature, it's a boar. It has Vigilance, Trample, and Haste. When Endray's Forerunners enters, other creatures you control get +2/+2 and gain Vigilance and Trample until end of turn. That's crazy. It looks cool, and it's powerful, but like powerful for a 8-drop. Oh, Scurry of Squirrels. Look at this. 3-drop creature, Squirrel Scout. It has Myriad. When this creature attacks for each opponent other than the defending player, you may create a token that's a copy of this creature that's tapped and attacking that player or a planeswalker they control. Then do it again. Exile the tokens at the end of combat. Whenever Scurry of Squirrel deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Oh, cool! This comes with an Arasta of the Endless Web. This is a great card for spider decks. It's a 4-drop. It's a legendary enchantment creature, Spider. Has Reach. Whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery spell, create a 1/2 green creature spider token with Reach. Oh, this is cool. Her web spun from her own hair. Reach from Nyx to the mortal world and even into the underworld. Oh, this is a really, really cool card. I've seen this before and I don't know where, but it's a very, very cool card. Deep Forest Hermit is a 5-drop. It's a creature. It's an elf druid. It has Vanishing. This creature enters with 3 time counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove a time counter from it. When the last is removed, sacrifice it. When Deep Forest Hermit enters, create 4 1/1 green squirrel creature tokens. Squirrels you control get +1/+1. Thank you, Jordan. I really, really like the art on this card. Did you see this one, Elsa?
Oh, that's sick. I don't know why my cane was so aggressive and now it's boring, but here we are.
Must be.
Oh, that one's cool
It must
too.
be a good comic.
That one's really cool.
Thank you, Tim.
It's like an elder squirrel.
Toski, Bearer of Secrets. Legendary creature, squirrel. This spell can't be countered. Indestructible. Toski, Bearer of Secrets attacks each combat if able. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card.
Chrissy fucking loves this thing.
What?
Losing his mind over here.
I've been thinking of just
It's been
getting
like
a really
15
long
minutes.
string.
Yeah. Or like a bathrobe belt would be like the same as this. He literally for like the last 15 minutes he has been aggressively hunting this
He
thing.
does like string. Just string's his
Yeah.
thing.
Get him a ball of yarn.
Beastmaster Ascension is a 3-drop. It's an enchantment. It has whenever a creature you control attacks, you may put a quest counter on Beastmaster Ascension. As long as Beastmaster Ascension has 7 or more quest counters on it, creatures you control get +5/+5. That is crazy. That is crazy. That's really cool. Look at these bunny farmers. Second Harvest is a 4-drop. It's an instant. For each token you control, create a token that's a copy of that permanent. That's cool. I'm actually going to see if this works better to focus. Because it seems to be focusing on the background of my playmat, so I think that'll do better to get it focused on the card.
Sorry, Charlie.
So Shamanic Revelation is a 5-drop. It's a sorcery. Draw a card for each creature you control. It has Ferocious. You gain 4 life for each creature you control with power 4 or greater. That's cool. Oh, here he is. Here he is. Chatterfang Squirrel General. This is the original Squirrel Commander. Chatterfang Squirrel General, legendary creature, Squirrel Warrior. It has Forest Walk. Anything walk, so Island Walk, Plains Walk, means that this creature cannot be blocked as long as defending player controls a forest. Maybe.
It kind of looks like he has an eye, like one eye. I can't tell if it's just
Either that or his eye is white, like it was injured
like
somehow.
Like it's blind.
Yeah. He definitely only has one eye. Whatever's going on there, he's only got one eye.
That's sick.
Not for him!
I mean, it makes him more badass. Ew.
What?
Nothing, I just took your drink.
And you drank it?
No, thank God.
You like that one seltzer. If one or more tokens would be created under your control, those tokens plus that many 1/1 green squirrel creature tokens are created instead. That's really cool. Spend a black, sacrifice X squirrels, target creature gets +X, -X until end of turn. Damn. That's cool. Casualties of War. Those dinosaurs? There is dinosaurs in this. Not in this set, but I guess they are in this set if they're in the commander decks.
Squirrel dinosaur.
Squirrel dinosaur.
Like a T-Rex with a squirrel head.
Where? I don't see
You
it.
might just want to see one.
Oh, okay. Casualties of War. That is a lot of mana pips. Is a 6-drop. It's a sorcery. Choose one or more. That's crazy. That is crazy. Destroy target artifact, target creature, target enchantment, target land, and or target planeswalker. That's a crazy powerful card, but it's also cost 6 mana, so. Windgrace's Judgment is a 5-drop. It's an instant. For any number of opponents, destroy target non-land permanent that player controls. Nice. Oh my god, that's crazy. That's crazy. There's a super dope card coming up. So Maskwood Nexus is a 4-drop. It's an artifact. Creatures you control are every creature type. The same is true for creature spells you control and creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield. What? What? That is crazy. It makes everything a changeling? That is so cool. But that also would not be good because... Well, there's this one card. What does it do? So create 2/1/1 2/1/1 green squirrel creature tokens. Then each creature that isn't an insect, rat, spider, or squirrel gets -1/-1 until end of turn. For each creature you control that's an insect, rat, spider, or squirrel. Oh, I guess it would be. Okay, never mind. So that is synergistic. That is synergistic. Cool. But they'd be fine because they're everything. So they would be those creature types, even if they're not. But I think that only names creature types that are in this deck. So 100%. Maskwood Nexus. So yeah, this is a really, really cool. Spend 3, tap it, create 2 blue shapeshifter creature tokens with changeling. It is every creature type. So it makes all of your creatures changelings, but then gives you a frickin' changeling. So that's really cool. This Squirrel Internet. Oh my god. I do want to know, but I don't want to know. This is the card that I was talking about, which Braden, which makes sense. Braden always called this Academy Manufacturer, but it is not. It is Academy Manufactor, which it must be something different. I don't know what a manufactor is. Let's look it up. Manufactor. Oh, it's an archaic version of manufacturer. So Braden was correct, even though he was reading it incorrectly.
Try not to correct them unless I can do it a very.
I think it's great. The Rugrats do it all the time. And when also when Homeboy from It, the person tells him that that the pills are placebos, and he goes, "These are gazebos," which means that they're bullshit. All right, now we are on to our lands, which again I figured out the lands here are because. Are you just looking them up now at this point? You don't know all of these.
What?
The squirrel jokes. Are you just looking them up at this point? You know all of these?
Yeah.
God damn. Temple of.
Well, I don't know them. I'm just thinking of them.
Oh, nice. Temple of Malady is a land. When enters tapped. When it enters, scry 1, add a black or a green. Enters tapped unless you control a forest or a swamp, woodland, cemetery. That's a really cool one. I like the art on these. Tap it to add a black or a green. Necroblossom Snarl is a land. As it enters, you may reveal a swamp or forest from your hand. If you don't, it enters tapped. Add a black or a green. Orin Reef, the Vastwood, enters tapped. Tap it to add a green. Tap it to put a +1/+1 counter on each creature that entered the battlefield this turn. Very cool. Swarmyard. Oh, this is totally a Pet Cemetery right here. This is the Pet Cemetery card. Which makes me think that freaking Duskmourn is probably going to have Pet Cemetery references, which is amazing. Look at that. It's a land. Tap it to add a waste mana. Tap it, regenerate, target insect, rat, spider, or squirrel. This might be my favorite land. This thing is freaking cool. That is very, very cool. What is that? I think I got a little too excited and spit on my card. An Exotic Orchard, which is in every single deck so far. Gorgeous, gorgeous card. Beautiful art. Love that. I don't think you've seen this in person, Elsa. You need to look at it. Llanowar Wastes is a land. Has tap to add waste mana. Tap it to add a black or a green. Llanowar Wastes deals 1 damage to you. Grim Backwoods is a land. It has tap to add a waste mana. Spend 4, tap it, sacrifice a creature, draw a card. Viridescent Bog. Oh, another cool card coming up. Viridescent Bog, land, spend 1, tap it, add a green and a black. So, Gilded Goose is a 1-drop. It's a creature, bird, has flying. When Gilded Goose enters, create a food token. It has spend 2, tap it, create a food token. Tap it, sacrifice a food, add 1 mana of any color. Very cool. I wonder why it's sandwiched in the middle of the lands. That's very weird. Very weird. No, Charlie has actually not been talking. You might be hearing the TV, but Charlie's... Oh my god, Charlie is so enamored by what's going on the TV right now.
Because it's a saber tooth.
Charlie likes Ice Age, y'all. He never really watches TV, but he is enamored with this. It's adorable. A lot of the times he'll watch when I play video games, because you usually have like a little thing moving around the screen or something like that. Twilight Mire, this definitely looks like it's out of Swamp Thing. If you haven't seen Swamp Thing, go watch Swamp Thing. I think it's on like Tubi TV or something like that. It's really, really good. Twilight Mire is a land. Tap it to add a waste mana. Spend a black or a green. Tap it, add a black, a black green, or a green green. Oh, look at this. Chitter Spitter. So Chitter Spitter is a 3-drop. It's an artifact. It looks like it's a little squirrel weapon. I love the squirrels that look like, who's that? David Lynch? Eraserhead. This is literally the Eraserhead squirrel.
That's what's his name looks like. The sloth from Ice Age. He looks like Eraserhead.
Oh
like
my
a
god.
furry Eraserhead. Also, I thought you didn't know what Eraserhead looked like.
No, the baby
wouldn't-
from Eraserhead.
Yeah, you wouldn't let me show you the picture.
I know what
You didn't-
Eraserhead looks like because
I
he's on the
swear to
cover
God,
of the
would
movie.
Not let me show you a picture
Of the baby.
Of the baby.
Yeah.
That's the Eraserhead. It's the baby.
Oh, I thought the dude on the cover is with the fucking mop
Would
top.
be Eraserhead. Yeah.
That's not Eraserhead?
I don't know.
You might be talking about him as a baby, and it's... Yeah, exactly. Tim, apparently the baby from PT Demo is a reference to the baby from Eraserhead. You maybe already knew that. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may sacrifice a token. If you do, put an acorn counter on Chitter Spitter. Squirrels you control get +1/+1 for each acorn counter on Chitter Spitter. That's a great word to say. Spend a green, tap it, create a 1/1 green squirrel creature token. I just love this. Might be like one of my favorite arts. I don't know what's going on here, but it's great. Or like Kramer, the squirrel. Maelstrom Pulse is a 3-drop. It's a sorcery. Destroy target non-land permanent and all other permanents with the same name as that permanent. So I think maybe tokens or something. There's some beautiful, beautiful colors going on in this card. Ooh, we got an Elder Dragon, which the Elder Dragons are the original commanders. Beladros Bloom, is a 7-drop. It's a legendary creature, Elder Dragon. Speaking of, Elsa, put Reign of Fire on the list. I know we've both seen it, but I want to watch it. I just said that. I know we've both seen it, but I want to watch it.
Oh, sorry, I have headphones on.
Beladros Witherbloom is a legendary creature, Elder Dragon, has flying. At the beginning of each upkeep, create a 1/1 black and green pest creature token with when this creature dies, you gain 1 life. Pay 10 life. Untap all lands you control. Activate only once per turn. I mean, why would you want to activate that multiple times per turn? I guess you could, like, swing pretty hard in one turn, so. Yeah, the D&D movie was great. Loved it. Also, yes, Tim, Eyes to the Sky. Brent's D&D character is based off of Van Zant. Idol of Oblivion is a 2-drop. It's an artifact. It has tap to draw a card. Activate only if you created a token this turn. Spend 8. Tap, sacrifice Idol of Oblivion. Create a 10/10 colorless Eldrazi creature token. So that means there's going to be a token for that movie, that in there. I love this. Sword of the Squeak, because I think it's supposed to be Sword of the Meek, maybe? It's a 2-drop. What is the phrase, something of the meek? Sword of the Squeak is a 2-drop. It's an artifact equipment. Equipped creatures get +1/+1 for each creature you control with base power or toughness 1. Whenever a hamster, mouse, rat, or squirrel you control enters, Charlie, you may attach Sword of the Squeak to that creature.
Wait, what? What did you say?
Equip 2. Might of the Meek.
Oh, the blessed are the meek is what I always think of.
I think Might of the Meek might be a saying.
Inherit the earth from the Bible. You know what I'm talking about? Blessed are the meek that inherit the earth.
I do not.
It's from the Bible.
Yeah, I don't know. Sword of the Squeak. I do like it, though. 2-drop. I already read all that. Morbid Opportunist is a 3-drop. It's a creature, human rogue. Whenever one or more other creatures die, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn.
I'm so sorry.
Plague Crafter. You're just performing for the internet,
I
Elsa.
did not mean for that to come out as loud as it did. I thought it was going to be silent, and it was.
Plague Crafter. I generally don't associate that with burps. Like farts, you're like, oh, I thought that was just going to come out silent, and then it doesn't.
If I kind of tighten my chest, I can make it usually come out silent, but it came out faster than I thought.
The Bibblefish. Plague Crafter is a 3-drop. It's a creature. It's a human shaman. When Plague Crafter enters, each player sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. Each player who can't discards a card. Nadier's Nightblade is a 3-drop. It's a creature, an elf warrior. Whenever a token you control leaves the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Ooh, that's a good flavor text. Checking around every corner doesn't help if you forget to look up. ShamWow. Plumb the Forbidden is a 2-drop. It's an instant. As an additional cost to cast the spell, you may sacrifice 1 or more creatures. When you do, copy the spell for each creature sacrificed this way. Whoa, that's crazy. You draw a card and you lose 1 life. It's balanced. I think it's balanced. Bastion of the... we got a great card coming up. Bastion of the Remembrance. I think I pulled one of these, actually. Is a 3-drop. It's an enchantment. When Bastion of the Remembrance enters, create a 1/1 white human creature soldier token. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. Basic. Is this the first black deck? It might be.
Which she said.
Oh, I think I put all the other boxes in there. This is amazing. This is amazing. Cash Grab is a 2-drop. It's an instant. Look at that. Look at the squirrel with all the nuts in his cheeks. It's an instant. It has mill 4 cards. You may put a permanent card from among the cards milled this way into your hand. If you control a squirrel or return a squirrel card to your hand this way, create a food token. But it just explains what milling is and also what the food token does, I think. Chatterstorm, just like Chatterfang, is a 2-drop. It's a sorcery. Create a 1/1 green squirrel creature token. Storm, when you cast the spell, copy it for each spell cast before its turn. And then what is Hazel doing again? Pay 2 life, tap X untap tokens you control, add X mana in any combination of colors. At the beginning of your end step, create a token that's a copy of target token you control. That token is a squirrel. Instead, create 2 tokens. That's crazy. That's crazy. So you're just making a squirrel army. Storm. When you cast a spell, copy it for each spell cast before it this turn. Damn. Damn. All these decks are crazy. I think they're very balanced, though, against one another. Moldervine Reclamation is a 5-drop. It's an enchantment. It has whenever a creature you control dies, you gain 1 life and draw a card. Poison Tip Archer is a 4-drop. It's a creature elf archer. It has reach and death touch. Whenever another creature dies, each opponent loses 1 life. Very cool. Also death touch. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, what is this? This is so creepy. Ravenous Squirrel is a 1-drop. He's got a snake. There's a person in there. There's a fucking person in there. What is this? Ravenous Squirrel is a 1-drop. It's a creature. It's a squirrel. I wish it was black and green, but I mean it technically is. But like, as in you had to cast black and green to cast it. But it's should be a 1-drop, so I get why they did that. It's a creature, it's a squirrel. Whenever you sacrifice an artifact or creature, put a +1/+1 counter on Ravenous Squirrel. Spend 3, sacrifice an artifact or creature, you gain 1 life, and draw a card. And the flavor text is, nope, no monsters in the forest, nothing in there but squirrels. This card is officially giving me nightmares. There's a video going around the internet of a cute squirrel eating a cute chipmunk. That is terrible, Tim. But also, has anybody played or heard of the game Squirrel with a Gun? It's supposed to be really good. I've heard great things. Oh, cool spider. I don't know if this is a new spider. I did not see this when I was printing spiders for my spider deck. I've just learned that now, Tim. Thank you. See, Jordan, your story makes sense. Tim's story is just horrifying and totally relevant to the fucking card we just pulled. That's terrifying. Skyfisher Spider, though I did just think Turkey Vultures ate carrion, so. Also, did you see Tim's comment? Skyfisher Spider is a 4-drop. It's a creature, it's a spider, it has reach. When Skyfisher Spider enters, you may sacrifice another creature. When you do, destroy target non-land permanent. When Skyfisher Spider dies, you may gain 1 life for each creature card in your graveyard. If you do, exile Skyfisher Spider from your graveyard. Did you read it, Elsa?
Not yet, sorry, I'm doing something.
Now, Tim said, Squirrel, meat's back on the menu, boys. Oh, this is a cool art. Enchantment Saga, Binding of the Old Gods. It's a 4-drop. Its first ability is destroy target non-land permanent an opponent controls. Its second ability is search your library for a forest card, put it in the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Its third ability is creatures you control gain death touch until end of turn. That's pretty cool. You're gonna time that, though. Like, get it out 3 turns ahead of when you mean to use it. Golgari Rot. Now we're on to our lands. Golgari Rot Farm enters tapped. When it enters, return a land you control to its owner's hand. Tap it to add a green or a black. This is cool art. That's like an elephant graveyard, I think. Yeah, I heard that the black squirrels are not indigenous. Jungle Hollow is a land, enters tapped. When it enters, you gain 1 life. Tap it to add a black or a green. Oh, this is Ixalan. On the surface of Ixalan's vast tar pits, Phyrexian oil glistened and old bones began to stir. That's terrifying. Oglook the Squirrel. Haunted Mire. It's a land. It's a forest swamp. Sorry, y'all aren't looking what I'm looking at. Tap it to add a black or a green. Haunted Mire enters tapped. That's weird that it's in that order. Oh, probably because it's a swamp forest. So it's kind of a basic land. More so that if something's like you can search your library for a forest, you can pull that. Also, if you could search your library for a swamp, you could pull that. So, oh my God, look at this guy. What is going on here? Nested Shambler. Shambler, great word for a zombie. And he's got squirrels all over him. So 1-drop, it's a creature as a zombie. When Nested Shambler dies, create X tapped 1/1 green squirrel creature tokens where X is Nested Shambler's power. Wait, so how does it get buffed though? When Nested Shambler dies, create X 1/1. So I guess you just gotta buff this with other cards. I wonder if there's a card in here that buffs zombies specifically, or just you're relying on the counter creation of the deck itself. Deadly Dispute is a 2-drop. It's an instant. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice an artifact or creature. Draw 2 cards and create treasure token. That's a pretty ring. Trade you my knife for it. She did not specify how she's going to give you the knife, though. Zulaport Cutthroat is a 2-drop. It's a creature. It's a human rogue ally. Whenever Zulaport Cutthroat or another creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. Eldrazi, ha! Try walking through Zulaport at night with your pockets full. Now that's dangerous. I don't know if we can see, but Charles just plopped down next to me. Getting a little chillin' in. Maybe eyeballing my soda to push it off the table. Next one is Squirrel Sovereign. Squirrel Sovereign. Nope, yep. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Do not encourage him, Tim. I've heard of cats that like to dip their toes in drinks. Didn't you say Charlie did that to your water, Elsa?
Yeah.
He's never done it to mine, but probably because I only drink seltzer.
Yeah,
so what
or
can he
your
dip
water
his hand
bottle,
into? Yeah.
You never really have a cup of water.
But he doesn't like lick his paw. Isn't it just to dip his fucking paw in it? Squirrel Sovereign is a 2-drop. It's a creature. It's a squirrel noble. Other squirrels you control get +1/+1. Dirty little poop toes. Yep. Other squirrels you control get +1/+1. Oh, I like this. For rule of the Aldering Forest, Numstill stole the acorn from Nestwind. Who stole it from Branky? Who stole it from Lightroot? Who stole it from Leafpaw? Who stole it from Darkfur? What is that a reference to? It's like who begots, right? Who begots Numstill, who begot Nestwind, who begot Branky. I don't know what that's a reference to, but I know I'm correct. Prosperous Innkeeper is a 2-drop. It's a creature. It's a halfling citizen. When Prosperous Innkeeper enters, create a treasure token. Whenever another creature you control enters, you gain 1 life. Very cool. Ooh, this is cool. Haywire Might. It's artifact creature insect. When Haywire Might dies, you gain 2 life. Spend a forest, sacrifice Haywire Might, exile target non-creature artifact or non-creature enchantment. Tireless Provisioner is a 3-drop. It's a creature. It's an elf scout. Has landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, create a food token or a treasure token. Very cool. Not bad for a 3-drop. Squirrel Nest is a 3-drop. It's a enchantment aura. Enchant land. Enchanted land has tap to create a 1/1 green squirrel creature token. That's crazy. That's crazy. This deck is super powerful. Honored Dray Leader is a 3-drop. It's a creature. It's a squirrel warrior. It has trample. When Honored Dray Leader enters, put a +1/+1 counter on it for each other squirrel and or food you control. Whenever another squirrel or food you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on Honored Dray Leader. I really like that. That is a epic squirrel. Look at those chompers too. Tear, I almost said tier. Tear Asunder is a 2-drop. It's an instant. What is that being? Oh, we're going to find out in a second. Kicker 2, you may pay an additional 2 as you cast the spell. Exile target artifact or enchantment. If this spell was kicked, exile target non-land permanent instead. No one knew why the Spirit Mongers were so enraged by Phyrexian technology, but it was a stroke of good luck for the Coalition. So Spirit Mongers. So Spiritmonger is just, it's a beast. Crazy. It's got a little, I don't know what to call it, but like a lamprey mouth, like a valve that opens on its stomach. Oh yeah, you can see it right here. You can kind of see it better over here. Makes me think of the spoilers.
Coming off its back.
What? Those are both of its arms.
This.
It just killed that. It split it in half.
Oh.
Tear Asunder. Also, Alien Romulus spoilers. I'm warning you now. This reminds me of the newborn's genitals.
Oh yeah.
Why is Mickey Mouse? Why does that come up as the suggested?
It's fun inside.
Put on Ice Age 2.
Okay.
Wolfwillow, is a 2-drop. It's an enchantment aura, enchant land. Whenever enchanted land is tapped for mana, its controller adds an additional green. Spend 5, sacrifice Wolfwillow Haven, create a 2/2 green wolf creature token. Activate only during your turn.
Which one's the second one? Why are there so many?
I guess go by the
2006?
Yeah. I think it's Ice Age Meltdown.
Yeah, it is.
And then Dawn of the Dinosaurs.
Dawn of the Dinosaurs and then Continental Drift. Wait, you just want to watch the Scat Tales? That's all squirrel stuff.
I guess it's Scrat.
That's what I meant. Did I say scat?
Yeah.
That's
poop. That's poop. Yeah, sure, put this on. We should have done that from the beginning. But again, I like your decision because it was less clear. Putrefy is a 3-drop. It's an instant.
Toes.
You got poop toes, Charlie. He had actual poop on his toes once, and he got so upset that I had to wash his feet. Instant. Destroy a target artifact or creature. It can't be regenerated. Ugh, again, this arcane signet is so cool. We all know what arcane signet does. Golgari signet, spend 2. Is a 2-drop, spend 1, tap it to add a black and a green. Talisman of Resilience. I think all the talismans do the same thing, so spend 2. Or it's a 2-drop, tap it, add a waste mana, tap it, add black or green. Talisman of Resilience deals 1 damage to you. This sick Soul Ring. Oh shoot, Skull Clamp is in this deck. Skull Clamp is a 1-drop. It's an artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/-1 whenever an equipped creature dies. Draw 2 cards. Equip cost is 1. The mind is a beautiful bounty encased in an annoying bone container. Terramorphic Expanse is a land. It has tap it to sacrifice Terramorphic Expanse, search your library for a basic land card, put it into the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Path of Ancestry enters tapped, add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity. When that mana is spent to cast a creature spell that shares a creature type with your commander, scry 1. Evolving Wilds, we've already seen a couple of these. Command Tower, everyone knows what a command tower does. Tranquil Thicket. Tranquil Thicket enters tapped. Tap it to add a green. It has cycling for 1 green. Bajuka Bog enters tapped. When it enters, exile target player's graveyard. Tap it to add a black.
You can't see me from there, right?
No, why?
Okay.
You picking your nose?
No. I'm picking at myself. I'm in a weird... I've been weird.
This is a funny title. Tainted Wood. But also wood. Tap it to add a waste mana. Tap it to add a black or a green. Activate only if you control a swamp. Oh, that's interesting. Baron Moor is... Baron Moor enters tapped. Tap it to add a black, and it has cycling for 1 black. And now we are on to the lands. So, I don't think I've seen swamps yet. Probably in, like, decks that I've pulled, but... very cool. Same. There's usually alternate art. Yeah, very cool. Kind of happy for a swamp. Greens. We've seen greens.
Are those the special lands or just the regular lands?
What do you mean?
Like, cause some of the deck was like special lands in the middle, right?
Those are... So, a basic land is just mana, and then, yeah, the other, it'll say just land, so not basic land, and those usually do something extra.
Right, that's what I was saying. Is that what you're looking at? 'Cause I'm not looking right now.
Yeah, these are basic lands. But then there's also full art basic lands, which is that cool one that I showed you with the froggy looking out over the expanse. Oh no, was it a frog or
a squirrel? Or
a raccoon? I think the raccoon was the forest, and then the frog was the island. All right, and now we are on to our tokens. So we've got squirrel token. Actually, let me pop these down again since they're easier to see. Got that treasure token. You haven't seen this one in person either.
aww, it's a little wooden raccoon family.
Squirrel token.
It's like the Precious Moments dolls, but
Food token.
raccoons.
Ooh. Might need one of these food tokens. Eldrazi.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Eldrazi or like Eldritch Horrors. Oh, dude, what did this froggy just find? I wonder if that's Helga. That might be Helga.
The frog lady?
Yeah, she's the main character of the story. She's the first one that Maha, the Calamity Beast that's an owl, destroys her town. Not really spoilers because that happens at the beginning of the story, but if you did not know, there's a Bloomburrow audiobook on YouTube, and I am hoping, praying that that is just what they do from now on, because they also have released already 3 to 4 episodes for the Duskmorn audiobook on YouTube. So that is, I guess, how they release the stories now, and I hope it continues, because I am so excited about that. Token Creature Pest. Haven't seen one of these yet. Oh, that is a really cool shapeshifter. That's crazy. Brayden wants me to use a changeling for my cat commander, and I am like, no. That defeats the whole purpose. What's that?
Nothing. I can't say it because I don't know who's watching, and I don't want to ruin this.
Spider, token creature, spider. Blood. I hadn't seen a blood token, so that's cool. Human soldier. Oh, wolf. What? That's such a specific ability. When this creature dies, put a loyalty counter on each Garruk you control. Why would you control more than one Garruk? I guess you could... There's probably multiple versions of Garruk, now that I think of it, so... Look at the little cute little rat tokens.
I love rats.
This one's adorable.
I love rats.
It makes me think of Charlie.
I love rats so
Oh,
much.
wait, I need to show this really quick. Actually, you're gonna love what's on the back of it. Look at it! He's got a club with frickin' forks in it.
That's amazing.
That is so cool.
I love rats. This looks like Colombia.
This is so cool. That is such a cool raccoon
I'm gonna
token.
take a picture and send it to my mom.
And then a goat eating a boot, as goats do.
I like hair.
And a wolf token. Very, very cool. I'm very, very happy with this. Oh, this is cool. Just explains the various formats. And then what you do on your turn, which I always like. I think every new player should have one of those in their deck.
Think you're gonna play the raccoon deck tomorrow?
Oh, I don't know. I do not know. I kind of want to play with the Stork deck. It seems like the most powerful, but... Alright. So that is it for the Commander deck. As always, we have a bonus pack to undo. And, of course, it's a Bloomburrow Play Booster pack. I don't think I've gotten really any of the crazy chase cards. Again, I have that that $20 enchantment class last night, which was really, really cool. I forget exactly. Oh, it allows you to double counters, essentially. Like if you would put a counter on something, then put that many counters on it plus one. And it's not that expensive either. I mean, as far as its CMC, $20 is a good amount for a card. So actually, I'm pretty sure I have it right. It's right here. Nope. Innkeeper's Talent. So, at the beginning of your combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Second ability permanents you control with counters on them have word 1. And then if you would put one or more counters on a permanent or player, put twice that many of each. Oh, so not one more, put twice as many. That's really cool. That's yeah, that's a very, very valuable card as far as the play is concerned. Alright. So, right off the bat, we've got... Tim just made a good squirrel joke, Elsa. Dazzling Denial is a 2-drop. This thing is gorgeous. Hummingbird fighting a king crab, I think.
That was beautiful.
It's an instant. It's a counter target spell unless its controller plays 2. If you control a bird, counter that spell unless its controller plays 4 instead. Maintaining brilliant plumage isn't just a statement, it's a tactic. Banishing Light. Ooh, I already see it. Pretty foil in the back. It's a 3-drop. It's an enchantment. When Banishing Light enters, exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls until Banishing Light leaves the battlefield. Oh, I like the flavor text. If you cannot find light in the darkness, create it. Frilled Spark Shooter. Very cool. It's a 4-drop. It's a creature lizard archer. It has menace and reach. Frilled Spark Shooter enters with +1/+1 counters on it if an opponent lost life this turn. Its frills keep it steady, making its aim impeccable. Ooh, that is a beautiful card. Starlit Soothsayer is a 3-drop. It's a creature. It's a bat cleric that has flying. At the beginning of your end step, if you gained or lost life this turn, survey 1. You survey by looking at the top card of your library, and you may put it into your graveyard. The Lunar Peon is upon us. Let us turn our ancestors for guidance and look to our children for hope. I really, really like the art on this card. It's very cool. High Stride. Is that a big bunny? Oh no, he's on stilts. Look at him go. Look at him go. High Stride is a 1-drop. It's an instant. Target creature gets +1/+3 and gains reach until end of turn. Oh my god, that's such great art for a card that gives your creature reach. That is so adorable. Untap it. It takes a moment to find your stride, but once you do, you'll feel like a giant. Briscoe, River Guide. So cute. Thought Shucker. It's a creature. It's a rat rogue. It's a 2-drop. It has Threshold. Spend 2, put a +1/+1 counter on Thought Shucker, and draw a card. Activate only if 7 or more cards were put into your graveyard, are in your graveyard, and only once. Pond Prophet is a 2-drop. It's a creature. It's a frog advisor. When Pond Prophet enters, draw a card. Bumbleflower Sharepot. This is cool because I don't know if this was in her deck. Is a 2-drop. It's a artifact. When Bumbleflower Sharepot enters, create a food token. Spend 5 and tap it. Sacrifice Bumbleflower Sharepot. Destroy target non-land permanent. Activate only as a sorcery. That's very cool. Driftgloom Coyote. That is definitely a Calamity Beast. I think we've already pulled one of these. 5-drop. It's creature, elemental coyote. When Driftgloom Coyote enters, exile target creature and opponent controls until Driftgloom Coyote leaves the battlefield. If that creature had power 2 or less, put a +1/+1 counter on Driftgloom Coyote. Rockface Village. It's a land. Tap it to add a waste mana. Tap it to add a red. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell. Oops. Got excited again. Spend 1, tap it, target lizard, mouse, otter, or raccoon you control gets +1/+0 and gains haste until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. Flamecash Gecko is a 2-drop. It's a creature. It's a lizard warlock. When Flamecash Gecko enters, if an opponent lost life this turn, add 2 mana. A black and a red. Spend 2, discard a card, and draw a card. Yeah! Raccoon Warrior. 3-drop. Legendary creature, Raccoon Warrior. At the beginning of your first main phase, add red or green for each raccoon you control. I think like Wolverine claws,
That's sick.
or it might just be like a pitchfork that
So sick.
he's like using, kind of like Wolverine claws. Expend. I swear to Glob, I have not seen expend a lot in this set, or in these commander decks, which is weird because expend is such a big mechanic in this set. Expend should have been in the Stork deck. Whenever you expend 4, you gain 3 life. Whenever you expend 8, exile the top 2 cards of your library until end of next turn. You may play those cards.
Mother.
Oh, it was a mountain that has the raccoon on it. So I have a foil version of this. Ooh, very cool. So, Druid of the Spade. That is beautiful art. It's a 3-drop, it's a creature, it's a rabbit druid. As long as you control a token, Druid of the Spade gets +2/+0 and has trample. The druid bought the best out of the soil and in turn the best out of the fluffle. And then, oh, we got our little treasure token, our raccoon treasure token. I'm actually going to give that one to you, Elsa.
The treasure?
Yeah. I don't know if any of your decks make treasure tokens, but regardless, you should have this. Where is it? Dang it. Ugh.
Not my deck, no. Not yet. But one of yours that I used did.
Yes. Well, wait, you used one of my decks?
Yeah. Was it like, it wasn't Sam, he makes me tokens.
Yeah.
It was it? I don't know. I swear to God though, I did.
Alright, y'all. That's all I got. I'm gonna see if I can find those
This is too
arena cards. Where actually are they? Give me a moment. See if I can find the arena cards. Oh no! Oh no! I wonder if I shove them. Sorry, my desk is a mess. The only place I think I could have put them is over here. In which case, I would have no idea which box they
What are you looking
arena cards. They
for
give
the
you,
game, the online game?
yeah, they give you free packs. That's my dinosaur deck box. I don't know what that is. Well, I don't want to waste too much time, so, wait. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to clean up my desk, in which case oh, wait. Nope. Thank you, Jordan. Love you, bud. Hopefully I see you soon and we can jam on some Magic. Shamunjat, I apologize, I cannot find those arena codes right now, but I will message you privately as soon as I do, and I will send them to you, I promise. Again, I appreciate you tuning in. I know last time you had asked about them. I said I would give you it next time. So yes, as soon as I find them, I will send you. I'll send you a couple of codes actually. So, but yes, that is all I got for y'all tonight. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Jordan, Elsa is here, but I still appreciate you tuning in. Charlie, thank you for tuning in. I don't know if you can see him down there. He moved. He's showing his legs to y'all. Jordan, Tim, Elsa, Shamunjot, Chris, everyone, love y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out. Appreciate you as always. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. And that is all I have for Bloomburrow. I still have another play booster that I might save for another unboxing, just as like a bonus pack. And I also have upcoming, which is super cool. Brent and shout out to Brent and Joe got me Japanese Ikoria packs. I already pulled, because I had to open a couple while we were hanging out, a Godzilla card, which I'm super excited about. But yeah. So that's going to be upcoming at some point. We just have to figure out how we're going to do it. I think I'm going to have Braden scan each card before I read it on screen. But yeah, that is all I have. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. Love y'all, and everyone have a wonderful rest of your night. Good night, good night. Peace, y'all.